Hello. Okay. Yeah. So I've recorded a bunch of videos that are like 30 minutes. One of them was even 6 hours long, if you can believe that. Just 6 hours long of talking straight. That was a couple of days ago now. I keep recording videos and I can't post any of them. I don't know what's wrong with me. I want to improve the quality of my videos, but I can't seem to bring myself to even make videos. That's why I'm so inactive. I'm just like, dude, your mental health can really fucking cook you, dude. You know what's my problem? My problem is that I think too much. I think too much. There's people who just don't think and they just post and they don't give a shit. And they become successful randomly. And even if I don't become successful, right? It's not even about that. It's just the idea of just posting without thinking. Like, it's because every time I do that, I face consequences. Like, or, you know, not even just with posting, but with like anything. Like, every time I put myself out there, I face consequences. And that's because of autism, right? Because when other people put themselves out there, they don't really have to try or think too hard, and they just get, like, social approval. They're seen as normal, but people always see me as, like, messed up. And, you know, something about having autism, people just want to, like, punish you for that. That's the truth. You know, there is an attempt to make autism more socially acceptable, especially in the left, which I really do appreciate, you know. But, you know, for the most part, things like that take a long time. People still punish autistic people for fucking being autistic. I'm going to be honest with you. So, what's it called? What I watched this one video where it was like, people use like the excuse of like someone faking their autism as an excuse to punish them for like having autistic traits. Because there's this assumption that they're quote unquote like faking it. So they're allowed to just make fun of this person for having autistic traits. Even though, like, most likely the person probably has it because they show a lot of signs. But, like, people resent weakness. That's what it is. People resent weakness. That's just the truth. That might be the title of this video. People resent weakness. Okay? That's the conclusion that I've drawn. And there's a lot of, like, skirting around that idea because the truth is that, empathy is very important for human connection. But most people are too stupid to actually, like, and I know I sound condescending, but listen, fuck it. Most people are too stupid to actually, like, understand that showing weakness, quote unquote, or showing vulnerability is the way to connecting with people authentically. So people have all this, like, smoke and all this, like, shit to talk about how, like, everyone's fake nowadays. Nobody's authentic. And that's for a reason. People are inauthentic for a reason. It's because people like you, who have everything to say about other people, you punish people for being authentic. A part of being authentic is being hard to digest, uncomfortable. When something makes you uncomfortable and you jump instantly to making assumptions about it and hating it, you're the reason why people are fake. I can't stand when people cause a problem and then blame the other people for the problem. You're causing the problem. So the thing is that people want to appear stoic and cool and nonchalant and bothered, but it's a joke because if you're human, then you need to connect with other humans, right? That doesn't necessarily mean you have to connect with me or people like me. However, the fact that you feel the need to come for people like me, right? Even though people don't really come for me directly, people just ignore me. That's my way of getting punished. I get ignored. People never just come to me and talk to me about how what I say makes them feel. They just ignore me. That's always been the punishment. People just ignore me. So I started doing that to people too. I started cutting people off because I realized, okay, that's just how people handle conflict. Because it's been done to me so many times. I'm going to try to keep this video short because I just want to post it without editing it. You know, it's kind of all I have to say. I don't know. I just feel like people are just... obviously I don't think everyone's cruel and stuff, but I'm kind of at this point in my life where I just feel like there's too many people that are too selfish, right? For me to, like, trust people, you know what I mean? People are just selfish. Even when they pretend to not be selfish, they talk shit behind your back. And I've had this happen so many times to me, and then it happened again recently. And I'm like, I'm just so, like, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so honest, and then people are like, oh, you're being too overbearing. So it's just like, you know, I don't know, man. It's just really frustrating. It sucks. I don't know what to do anymore. I wish I could switch off the need for connection with other human beings. I wish I did not have that desire. I would be fucking chilling right now if I didn't have that need. Like, I wouldn't be cruel. I wouldn't be, like, sociopathic. That's not what I want. I just wish I didn't have a psychological need to connect with other human beings. I wish I could just turn that off. I wish I didn't need it. I'm being so serious. If that was the case, I would be so much happier because I would just focus on my hobbies, which I already do. I've been playing, the guitar's on my bed. I've been playing guitar basically every day now. And I'm getting more and more comfortable with it. I'm getting really fast with like switching between chords and stuff. So I'm getting really happy. And, you know, pretty soon I want to start doing a Day to Remember covers, which I'll probably post on this channel. But yeah, and I want to start doing more like 3D modeling content and stuff on Windy. Maybe I can work on a video now. It's just easy. I just have to like, I've recorded some footage of working on a model and then I just have to ramble about my process and stuff. But let me end the video here. I could just post it just raw, give it to you raw and stuff. Yeah, I've recorded a lot of videos, but I'm a little bit too honest in those, and I have already so much fucking like experience with when you're too honest, people punish you for it. So you know what I mean? Like, rather than just engaging, like it's okay when things make me angry. Okay, let me not try to go too over the time, but like when things make me angry, it's because it's something that I'm capable of doing, so I know it's easy. Because I know that I'm not special, or there's something, like, I don't have this ego to where I think, like, I'm superior to other people. I don't. I think people don't try. And that's why it hurts, right? Because I don't use that. I think when people say everyone else is stupid, I'm only smart. When people imply that or have that attitude, it's because they're trying to hide from the truth that, like, people are choosing to not engage with you. For example, I can relate, despite finding them a little bit annoying, I can relate a lot to guys who say stuff like, all women are shallow, they're just shallow, right? Because sometimes you get into that mindset, right? But, you know, obviously I think they're annoying because you're not even taking the time to question why you think that. What do you mean by shallow, you know? Because I had this guy on my other channel, and he never responded to my reply, which I found really annoying, because it's like, if you're going to comment something like that, I'm assuming you want to engage. So it's like, he said, like, because I made a video about, like, incels and femcels and stuff, and he was like, oh, my problem with women is that they're shallow, and he left it at that. Like, everyone else was leaving long comments, and he just left it at that. So I said, like, define shallow, and, like, you know, I made sure to say, like, this is not to condescend you, I'm, like, genuinely asking, like, I want to, like, pick your brain a little bit, like, define shallow, and he just never responded. I'm like, what a coward. Like, back your shit up, what do you mean? Like, just be honest. Like, what do you mean by shallow? Explain. The thing is, when you really think about it, caring about appearances in and of itself, as a woman in this context, you know, could apply to anyone, but in this context, caring about the way that you look as a woman, how is that a bad thing? And if anything, it's sort of like it's a courtesy to other people. That's the way that I see it. When you present yourself in the best version of yourself, whatever that means in the situation you're in, or to yourself, you're showing sort of like respect. Like, if you show up like, you know, disheveled, you didn't do your hair, you look like shit, your outfit looks like shit, whatever, and you smell bad, it's kind of like disrespectful to wherever you're going, if that makes sense. Compared to if you show up dressed like appropriately and also dressed like well, and you take care of your appearance, to me it's respectful to other people. That's the way that I see it. And they never think about it that way. They never think about the idea that maybe girls focus on appearance a lot to like sort of do that for men. Not all, but a lot of women do that. Even if they don't admit it, it's like a subconscious thing, right? It's not good or bad, it just is. But it's like, you don't think that, like, the way women look is, like, for you, in a way. And then you're just still complaining about it, you're still mad. You say stuff like, oh, well, I don't care, I care more about the personality. Yeah, and then that's why you're, like, mad and angry that, like, girls that pour into their appearance are not rejecting you. Like, just be honest. It's not even a matter of, like, I'm trying to, haha, gotcha, like, checkmate. Like, no, I'm not even trying to do that. I'm, like, literally just be honest about what you actually want out of life and out of social situations so that you can actually, like, get there. So you're not, like, just lying to yourself and being, like, in anger and being resentful. Like, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just being stupid. Like, it's unproductive is what I'm saying. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. But, yeah, anyway, I just don't like it when people are, like, they just lie. You know what I mean? I don't like that shit. But anyway, I gotta end this shit here. It's already too long.